everyone. Welcome to The Path TV. We're Phillip and Laura Baker. As always, thanks for spending some time with us. Hey, this is called The Path because of great marriage. It's not a destination. It's a journey. It's a path. Every day, every week, every month, man, we want to just keep stepping, keep moving in the right direction, getting better and better, gooder and gooder. And maybe if there's somebody out there and you know your marriage is stranded on the side of the road, broke down, running on fumes, waiting on a tow truck, maybe we can get some gas in your tank and get you back on that road and give you some inspiration, give you some tools, give you some motivation to really, encourage you to really, get after it, make some changes, and get that marriage going in the right direction. And for me, so many times it begins with us guys. If you're out there and you're watching this and you are the husband, we've got to take the lead more than ever. We've got to be the tip of the sword. We got to take action. We got to take the lead. I've been saying this for years. I'll keep saying it. Strong men of God, strong marriages. Strong marriages, strong families. Strong families, strong churches. Strong churches, strong kingdom. But where does it begin? It begins with us, guys. And, us taking responsibility and saying, you know what, I am going to get us going in the right direction, but, I need some tools. I need some, I don't know what I don't know.
That's right.
Isn't that all of us? We don't know what we don't know. That old saying, what you don't know won't hurt you. Man, that's the stupidest statement you could ever say. Well, what you don't know will kill you. Absolutely. What you don't know will take things away from you. What you don't know will destroy your life. And so that's why we created The Path TV, is to help people know what they don't know. Amen?
Well, absolutely, because we're talking to you, and maybe this is the first time you've joined and you don't know our story, and you don't know that we didn't grow up with these. I didn't grow up in a home where there was this perfect marriage that I had a picture of it, and I got to see all of that. I want to encourage those of you that grew up in a dysfunctional, weird, a divorced home, no father, no mother, or whatever it was that you didn't have. You can have a healthy marriage. Mm-hmm. It takes work.
Yeah.
Listen, it takes work. It takes work every day. It takes both of you working, but it is so possible for it to happen. And I want you to know that you're not looking at two people who just, had this perfect background.
Yeah.
And perfect. Now, Philip's parents were married, but,
the marriage was far from perfect.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
And so, you can have that. Don't sit there and look and say, well, I could never have what they have. I could never do what they're doing. Listen, the reason that we are doing this is because we have a passion to help people. We have watched people be very, very close to divorce, and God turned that situation around. Mm-hmm. Listen, God can turn your situation around. All you have to do is work at it, is want it, is to both of you. And it takes both. It cannot be done with one. You have to both be willing to make changes and to seek after it. And that's what you're doing by watching this.
Absolutely. All right, well, listen, I'm going to nerd out for a minute. And so let me just nerd out for a little bit. Growing up in the 1970s was such an incredible time. I had my friends down the street, and I had my bicycle, and, we were always, riding bicycles everywhere. Little small town, but, right down about a mile away was a little convenience store. And, I was always going to that convenience store, getting me an icy. You want to get an icy. But every time I went into that store, I'm there to get an icy, but I'm also there to check out the comic book rack. And so I collected comic books. And there was always new comic books coming in, and I could see that metal rack sitting there, and I'd just sit there and turn it. Oh, got that one, got that one, got that one. Oh, okay, oh, what was this one? I got, okay, don't have that one. And at the time, they were all 35 cents, 25 cents. Sometimes they have a special edition, and they were 50 cents. but I had my allowance, and and I was always buying comic books. And I love me some Spider-Man. I was Spider-Man. And he'd climb walls and shoot the web, and I liked Spider-Man. Wasn't too much on Superman. He could fly. I think I was more Marvel than I was DC. And they had Power Man and Iron Fist. Power Man was this big guy and strong, bulletproof, and Iron Fist was this martial arts guy with the yellow deal. And he had the Iron Fist power hand, boom. And you had the Fantastic Four, invisibility, and you'd stretch, and you had the flamethrower, and you had the thing, and he was made up out of rock. I mean, I could go on and give you all the superpowers of everybody. Of course, Batman didn't have any superpowers. He's just rich. Yeah. And so he was tough, motivated, detective, but, he had unlimited resources. So he had the car, the motorcycle, the plane. You had Green Lantern, who had the ring, and, it just go on. And so today, I'm telling you, I got a killer comic book collection. And it was so weird. My kids didn't care anything about it. I don't think they've ever read one of them. But I know one day I'm going to have grandkids coming. And I'm going to unveil that comic book collection, and they're going to love it. They're going to love it, and some of them, worth a lot. But Brother Phillip, what are you talking about? Well, listen, we've been talking about intimacy. We've been talking about sex, and we've been talking about checkers. You jump her and she jumps you. Come on now. Get to the end of the board, king me, checkers. We're talking about sex, talking about intimacy. You say, well, what's that got to do with comic books and, superpowers? Well, here's the thing. When it comes to intimacy, when it comes to sex, men have a superpower. When it comes to sex, intimacy, women have a superpower. And when you understand and you appreciate each other's superpower, you have the ability to get things moving in the right direction. And so the dynamic today is couples must understand each other's needs, each other's wants to have a healthy, intimate relationship. And I don't think you're going to have a great marriage without a healthy, intimate relationship. They kind of go hand in hand. And so the scripture we've been using is Hebrews 13:4. It says marriage is honorable in all, but then Paul said this, and the bed is undefiled. When a husband and wife get in that bed together and they do whatever they want to do, as long as it's not controlling, it's sensual, it's mutual, it's consensual, it's each other are enjoying themselves. It's undefiled.
Sex is supposed to be fun.
Ooh.
Sex is supposed to be fun. God created it to be fun.
Absolutely.
He did. And so if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong.
Come on now.
Come on.
The marriage bed is undefiled. And so, it needs to be healthy. It needs to be intimate. But here's the thing. In order for that to happen, you got to really understand a woman's superpower. And you got to understand a man's superpower. And then there's a superpower that all people have that we'll finish things out talking about. So, are y'all ready? You ready? All right, baby, we're going to do the big reveal.
Okay.
When it comes to intimacy, when it comes to sex, when it comes to checkers, when it comes to those hormones, those goosebumps, all that stuff, what is a woman's superpower?
Ladies, you know that this is something that you possess. Men, you might think but I'm telling you, your husband can come in the kitchen, he can brush by you as he's going and you're fixing dinner, he can brush by you and touch you as he's going to the refrigerator. And if that touch, that non-sexual affection is trying to turn the crock pot on. There's a tone in a man's voice. I don't know if there's a smell. I'm telling
Pheromones.
I'm telling you, I can be in a room and he walks in and I know instantly I know instantly what's on his mind. Women, we have this superpower. I mean, we know. We know if he comes by and he goes, "Oh, you look so pretty today." Is that sincere? Or is he trying to turn the crock pot on?
It can be both.
It can be both. But we know what those, let me give you an example. You ever been in the other room and your husband goes, "Honey, come in the bedroom. I got something to show you." You know what that means, right? Right? You know. And you could be busy. You can be doing 100,000 things in the other room, and he's in the bedroom.
Let's make it more simple. Hey, babe, can you come here? They know whether or not you can't find something, or you're just trying to lure them into the bedroom because you had a thought.
You had a thought during
They know by the tone of your voice. It's their superpower.
Absolutely. Women, we know. Men, you need to know we know. So we talk about doing non-sexual affection. We talk about, hugs and stuff. Listen, you've got to learn to do that sincerely. You got to have both. I mean, there's going to be times that, you do this and you're trying to turn the crock pot on. But then there's got to be sincere times when you're just.
And it's not that a woman doesn't mind that. No, we're not saying don't engage in affection to turn the crock pot on.
Right.
We're just saying if that's all you ever do, and the only time you're affectionate, the only time you're touchy, the only time you have that tone is when you're trying to turn the crock pot on, then
she's not going to want. Every time
take
you
it from
touch
there.
Her, yeah. Every time you touch her, every time you hug her, then that's turning the crock pot on. Then it's going to get to where she resents that. Because you're not doing it because you love me, you're doing it because you want something.
Ooh, come on, men, are you listening to this?
You're not doing
And women are out there going, "Amen, girl." Yeah, talk to these guys. I need to get my husband to listen to this. Yeah.
Because listen, you want to have both. Listen, definitely a man's going to figure out how to turn the crock pot on. But if that is all you ever do, if you only ever tell her she's pretty or hug her or give her a kiss. If the only time you ever kiss her is in the bedroom or right before you go to the bedroom, she's not going to see that as you being intimate with her. She's not going to see that as your affection to her. She's going to see that as he wants something from me. And it tends to breed resentment.
Right. So, guys, the more non-sexual, pure motives,
there you go.
affection you give your wife, the more effective the sexual affection, turning on the crock pot, is going to be.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
That's good.
All right. Men have a superpower too. We do. And we're going to get to that when we come back. But this is what I need you to do. All right. When this episode is over, I need you to go to our website, phillipbaker.org. There's something there waiting on you. It's free. It'll arrive first thing in the morning. It's called the Daily Move. It goes out all over the world.
It's an email.
It's an email. It hits your inbox every morning. It's about 3 or 4 sentences. Out of all the things we've ever done, we get the most feedback from the Daily Move. People start their day off with the Daily Move. They love the Daily Move. And so when this episode is over, go over and sign up. All you got to do is name an email. That's it. It'll arrive in the morning. And so
we're not selling emails. We're not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's free.
Us.
So we're going to come back and talk about a man's superpower. But check this out, and we'll be back in about 30 seconds. Hey everybody, welcome back to The Path TV. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're Phillip and Laura Baker, and glad to spend some time with you. Hope you're enjoying the show. We've still got a little bit more of this show to go, so just hang out with us. But again, go over to our website, phillipbaker.org, sign up for the Daily Move. Both of our books are there. the move and the build are there. Check out our itinerary. Maybe we're coming to a church near you. And boy, I tell you what, we do the Path Marriage Seminar throughout churches. And if you could ever get to one of those, or if you're a pastor, you're in a church and you'd like to bring the path to your church, man, you will love it, and it'll impact marriages and families. And you know what else? We love it when single people are there. Because it's one thing to get this stuff in you when you're married. It's another thing to get it in you before you're married.
Absolutely.
So everything is there on our website. All right, so let's get back into our subject today. We're talking about sex, intimacy, checkers. You know, you jump her, she jumps you. And we're talking about a woman and a man's superpower when it comes to intimacy. Well, a woman's superpower is, and all you ladies know this, and all you men are about to know this, men, every time you touch a woman, you hug her, you kiss her, even in the tone of your voice, her superpower is she automatically knows whether you're hugging her just because you love her or you trying to turn that crock pot on. Right. She knows whether or not that affection has an agenda, you know, a physical agenda, you know, or it's just because you love her and you appreciate her. She knows when you're in the bedroom and you go, "Hey, baby, can you come here for a minute?" She can tell by the tone of your voice whether or not you can't find the aspirin, you know, or you just trying to lure her into the bedroom. She knows. It's a superpower. And hey, Superman can fly, you know, Spider-Man can climb walls. Man, a woman knows. A woman knows. All right, so here comes the man's superpower. All right, so men, you're with me. You know what? You're going to be like, that's right. And then women are going to be like, really? You're really? Okay, here it is. Men, we know, our superpower is we know when a woman wants to be intimate, wants to have sex, and we know whether or not it's desire or it's duty. We know whether or not she wants to have sex because, well, you know, we haven't had sex in about a week or so, so we probably need to. You know, I can tell he's getting a little grumpy, so, you know, I probably need to. He's getting a little, you know, he's getting that age about it. He's getting a little grumpy, so, you know, I probably need to take him to bed tonight. And so, you know, I don't really want to, but I know he wants to. And so, you know, I'm going to say, you know, hey, you want to go to bed early tonight? Or, you know, I'm gonna give him that look. And you know, and so men, we know. We know the difference between duty and desire. Because we saw that desire in them, you know, before we got married, and we saw that desire in them when we first got married. We know that look in her eyes. We know that tone of her voice. We know when she wants to have sex, not because she knows you want to or you need to. She wants to be intimate just because she wants to. She is in the mood. She is full of desire. The crock pot has hit maximum temperature, and she doesn't even care about your feelings. She just wants to have sex. She wants to play checkers. And men, we know that. And then we know when it's the opposite. Now listen, men, you know what I'm saying. When it's the opposite, when it's duty sex, when she's just doing it because she knows we need to, she knows you want to, it's been a while, you're grumpy, you know, maybe y'all had, maybe you kind of got into a little halfway argument, and so she knows there needs to be some makeup sex, and so she kind of initiates, not because she wants to, but because she knows you need it. We take it. So, you know, duty intimacy, duty sex is better than no sex at all. But when a woman when your wife really wants to have sex because she wants to have sex, and she's not really taking your consideration, taking your feelings into consideration, Men, you know, come on, we're in this fist bump. There's nothing better than that. And so that is our superpower.
Well, and I think, ladies, you need to understand that one of the greatest needs of a man, you know, it is sex, but it's also in pleasing their wife. It brings them joy, it brings them satisfaction, it makes them realize that it puts in them everything is okay in the relationship. It's that intimacy. And I know women look at it a little bit different sometimes, but it is something men actually, they do want their wife to enjoy sex. And so they know when it's duty and you're just going through the motions, and they know when there's passion there and you're enjoying it and you're having a good time. That builds intimacy, and that's how men build intimacy.
Amen. Amen. So here's the problem. You got some guy out there, a husband, and he's like, I'm not real good at all this non-sexual affection, and I don't know if I can feel something I don't know if I can feel that. I don't know if I'm capable of just being affectionate and hugging her and kissing her and saying things and it be completely detached from the crockpot and an agenda and wanting to parlay that affection into something later. I don't know if I'm capable of doing that. I don't know if I have the emotions. I don't know if I don't know if I can compartmentalize that affection to where this is non-sexual and this is sexual. I don't know if I can do that. Okay? Then you've got a woman, a wife, and she's sitting there going, I don't know. We've been married for so long, and I remember when I used to feel that way, a long time ago, but I don't know if I can feel that way anymore. Because I just don't have those feelings, those desires. We always call it frisky. I don't know if I can be. I just don't know if I feel frisky like that anymore. And so I like sex when we're having it, but most of the time he's initiating it. It's for him, and in the process I enjoy it. But when it comes to what you were just talking about, this desire and it all being all about me, I just don't know if I can feel that the way I used to feel it.
And listen, ladies, I mean, men, and you both know.
Well, we're getting some real,
yeah,
we're getting real here for a minute.
Women's bodies go through so much when you've got hormones, you've got pregnancy, you've got age, you've got, all these things, and when they're busy, for a woman to sit down and stop and that become a priority. Sometimes you have to make it a priority, ladies. You do. You have to make it a priority. And so there's all these seasons that your body goes through, especially a woman. But even in that, you have to make time and you have to make it a priority.
Absolutely. Well, so here comes to our third point of the day, and Laura just used the word that's going to help us. And it's, whether you're married or not, every person on this planet has a superpower. And it's an amazing superpower. It's the ability to prioritize things in life. Every one of us have an ability to make it ain't a feeling, it's a choice, to prioritize things over other things. Some things are no-brainers. For everybody, every day, there's a priority to eat. Food is a high priority in your life, no matter where you are today. Sleep is a priority. Your job, it is a priority that you put way up there. Because if you don't work, you don't eat. Work is a priority. Jobs are a priority. Work, food, sleep. But then some of you have, you have hobbies, whether it's hunting, whether it's golf, whether it's fishing, whether it's shopping, whether it's art, whether it's, that is a high priority for you. Whether it's working out, working out every day. I got to get my workout in. That's a high priority for you. Other people, love the movies, and so, there's a movie coming out. There's a movie coming out. And, we got to go see that movie. Got to go see that movie. I want to be there. Star Wars, Star Trek, Avatar. You got all these. I'm going to be there opening night. I want to get tickets early. And the popcorn, that's a high priority for you. All right? Your favorite sports team. Baseball, football, soccer, wherever you are in the world, there's a team, and you prioritize that game, man. Listen, I'm just telling you right now, on this date, we ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be in front of the TV, Super Bowl, World Cup. We're going. It's a high priority for you. You got these, streaming episodes, Netflix, Amazon. You got all these shows, and you got a favorite TV show. And bless God, on a certain night, when that thing comes out on Wednesday night, Friday night, whatever it comes on, you're going to be seeing there, because watching that show is a priority for you. Every person has a superpower to prioritize what they want or deprioritize what they don't want. Right. And we have this ability to get it way up here or move it way down here. So here's the thing. That superpower can override, it can adapt to these other superpowers. In other words, ladies, you can prioritize that desire. You can prioritize that desire in you, being frisky, to where intimacy, it's your idea, you initiate, it has nothing to do with what he wants or what he needs. It's something you want, and in the process, you light him up like a Christmas tree. You can choose to make that a higher priority in your life. All right, men, your ability to give your wife non-sexual affection, to be more affectionate, to touch her more, to give her kisses on the cheek more, to tell her she's beautiful, to tell her she's appreciative, you have the ability, you have a superpower to make that a higher priority in your life. And everybody's listening, this is the truth. Priority, that's what separates us from all the other animals on this planet. We decide what's priority and what's not. And I'm telling you, if you want a great marriage, you got to understand these two superpowers, and you got to determine to give what your spouse needs a higher priority.
It just comes down to simply, we do what we want to do. That's simply it put.
We do what we want to do. Man, this is good.
Yeah.
Man, we thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for joining us. And if you're out there and you're like, oh my God, these are good, I need to watch more of them. I wish I would have caught this earlier. It's okay. Just go over to our YouTube channel. What? They're all there waiting on you. YouTube. Just go to YouTube, search PBM Phillip space Baker. Boom, search thepath.tv, and it'll eventually show up. Find us, subscribe, like it, and every time a new episode drops, you'll get a notification. Man, we love you guys. We appreciate you. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving down the path. Hey, God bless you, and we'll see you next time.